Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Sorry I look a little crazy today. Today's video is going to be a panning style video. I've got my list of products here that I want to pan. They're not necessarily like things that I don't like anymore. They're just things that were probably the first things in my collection and I just feel like they need to go. So I'm going to be doing this project until December. Let me know what kind of updates you guys want to see, if you want to see like monthly or every couple months, or you know, when you would like to be updated if you like this style of video. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get into getting ready with me. Okay, I'm going to start off with my base today, and I have the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer. This isn't a new primer to my collection. I just not really a fan of it, and I'm working towards moving my collection to all cruelty-free products, but I mean, I already spent the money, so I don't really want to throw it all out and be wasteful. So there'll be a couple non-cruelty-free products in here, because just like, this is just my opinion, you know, but I feel like some people call themselves cruelty-free on YouTube, but they still like kind of promote like products that are tested on animals. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've seen like a couple people. I mean, I don't want to, you know, call anybody out or anything, because they all, like, everybody has their own way of thinking, and maybe that's just like the way they want to do it, but I just don't think it's right for me to call myself like a cruelty-free channel if I'm like, if products that are tested on animals like make an appearance in my videos sometimes. So the way I see it is just, I am trying to be cruelty-free. I just don't want to put that label on myself until like all of the products that are tested on animals are out of my collection. Next thing is this Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer. This is almost done. I don't think I'm going to include this in my updates, but I do like to use two primers, one being like just a base primer and then another one being a more pore filling one. I don't think I'm gonna do updates on it because I'm pretty sure this is on its last leg. Like, if I use it every day this month, it'll be done. But in my update video, like, I will show you guys that I finished it or anything like that. If you hear background noise, my kids in the other room playing and watching Scooby-Doo. I tried to put her down for a nap, but she just wasn't having it. She actually was already taking a nap, and I accidentally woke her up whenever I moved her to like her little seat. Okay, and the next thing I'm panning are these L'Oreal Full Wear concealers. I have the shade Ivory and the shade Vanilla. And like the sad thing is, you know, I just decided to finally start making videos and stuff like that, and just decided that I wanted to really take the step and go, excuse me, all the way cruelty free. And I just bought these. Like, they're brand new. So that's a little bit of a pain. Plus, like, these ones, I don't really like the formulation of them. Because it doesn't settle in. Okay, I went ahead and blended that concealer out because I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I don't know if I actually like this concealer. I mean, we'll see whenever I finish my face, but I might end up giving it away because that was, I mean, it was really hard to work with, and I like a more creamy consistency. Okay, and the next thing I have is setting powder. This looks like kind of a joke, but I have like a second one. It's the same thing as the primer. I've had this for a while. I've already hit major pan on it, and honestly, I'll be lucky if this lasts me the rest of the month because it's kind of just at the point of breaking. I just really kind of wanted it out of my collection. Yeah, see, like this is on its last leg. I don't know if you can, yeah, right here, like it's already breaking off. So I'm probably not gonna do an update on this one either. I'll just show you when I finished it, and then I'm going to move on to the Maybelline Fit Me powder, which already has like a little ringlet in there, which I'm kind of happy about because I didn't want like my first project to be super insanely hard. Next, we're gonna move on to bronzer. I have my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This was the very first thing I ever bought to build my collection, and I've had it for 4 years. I've had it for 4 years, and this is all the more dent I've made in it, using it pretty much every single day that I did my makeup. I did lose it for a couple, well, not a couple, like a few months actually, because I left it at somebody's house and then like never went back to that house. They had to bring it to me. But that's what I mean, like whenever I started buying high-end makeup, like, because I was never allowed to purchase high-end makeup, like, you know, with my parents' money or anything like that. Like, I got CoverGirl foundation and clear mascara, and that's what I was allowed to wear. Like, as makeup, that's all they would buy me. So whenever I went and purchased my high-end makeup, like, I went in and I just never stopped. Like, purchased a bunch at one time and never really went through and got to appreciate like what I had bought. So kind of regret doing that. I'm also like going to be trying to use these two powders up here to like carve out my face, because I no longer buy from Kat Von D as of right now, so I kind of just really wanted to get this out of my collection. At least hit pan on it. Like if I could finish these two shades and have pan on these two, I would call it done, because I mean a 4-year-old palette, it's gone anyway. Needs to be thrown away. Moving on to blush, I put 2 blushes in here because one's a summer one and then one is like a fall one. I might even throw a winter one in. It just depends on how I do with these two. And they are the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. One is in the shade Apricot in the middle, and the other one is Rosé Champagne. This one is my favorite. I would like to hit as much pan on this as possible by the end of this, and then for this one I would just like to see the little like ridges that you see in the other one. But today we're gonna use the Rosé Champagne because it's more of a kind of glowy summer blush. I'm really so sad about Wet n Wild because I loved these products and I really like this blush, even though you can't really tell that it's doing anything. It just gives you that healthy glow, honestly. Gonna press that into the skin. Then I'm going to set my face. I don't have a setting powder for this I don't have a setting spray for this project just because I kind of use an... Oh wait, yeah, I can put a setting spray in this. Sorry. Okay, the setting spray that I'm going to be putting in this project is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber setting spray. Huh. How do you like that? Just gonna kind of spritz this on, blend all those powders together. I went ahead and like meshed all those powders together. Now we are going to move on to eye products. I already went ahead and primed my lid. Just kind of gonna make it a little more tacky. And this eyeshadow palette is the very first high-end eyeshadow palette I got, and it is the Too Faced Natural Love palette. Don't know if you can see that, like that. Again, I just bought so many high-end products at one time, like I didn't really get to enjoy them, and I felt like this was a great eyeshadow palette to start off with, because I'll be able to create everyday looks with it. It would be good for every day, and I would get a lot of use out of it and be able to create like warmer toned and cooler toned looks if whatever I was feeling that day. I really love the color story of this palette. And I mean, I don't hate Too Faced's eyeshadow formula, so I think it'll work out great. I didn't want to be too ambitious and put like, because some people put natural palettes and then a like rainbow palette in their panning projects, and I don't wear rainbow pretty much ever. What I would like to put in here is like a navy shadow, but I know I won't hit pan on it, so I don't think I'm gonna put that in here this time around. And honestly, I don't really care if I hit pan on any of the shades either. I just want to get my use out of it. So, but I thought it would be kind of cool to document. I really like how people put pictures up and then you can see like the progress of like going towards the pan and the pan expanding. I think that's so fun. I will say in this palette they didn't put, they put one shade to like darken up the outer corner that's matte and not shimmer. It's probably one thing I'll struggle with. And this like little patch right here, you guys probably can't see it, but it's right there. For some reason, shadow doesn't stick to that part of my eyelid very well, and I didn't know it was, I thought it was just me until I seen like Manny MUA and I think Nikki Tutorials talk about they have the same issue, but I have it on both lids, like right on the outer corner. Alright though, something else to talk about besides panning. I got my first dislike on a video the other day, which, I mean, it doesn't bother me, stuff like that, but I just kind of chalk it up to they didn't really have the same interests or views as what I did on the palette. But I did want to talk about, like, you know, if you guys get into one of my videos and it's like 2 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you know, however long you're into a video, and you decide like you don't like it, you know, I mean, you can dislike it, that's fine, but take a second to like think about why you don't like it, and, you know, comment down below, like leave me some constructive criticism, because it's not the dislikes or anything that bothers me, it's the fact that I don't really know why they didn't like it. I don't know if they were just kind of being in a bad mood and just was like, I don't like her video, or if there was like something that I did. So I've decided, because I thought about this before I started. I was like, people are gonna dislike videos all the time, like I see it everywhere. Even good videos have a lot of dislikes on them just because, you know, so-and-so doesn't like the person that's filming them. But I've decided for my channel, if people don't leave a constructive, if people don't leave some constructive criticism, like after they dislike the video, it really wasn't me. Like, it wasn't the video that they disliked, it was just they were being butt heads. Alright, so I went ahead and finished my eyes off camera because I didn't have any like liquid liners or mascaras that I wanted to finish up. I did have a pencil liner. It's called the Rimmel London Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. But I think it's starting to burn like my left eye. So I don't know if I'll be panning this. I don't know if it's from that or maybe I got eyeshadow or mascara in my eye. But it's burning a little bit. So time will tell with that one. I'll keep you updated. I'm also going to be posting like photos of like measuring these out over on my Instagram. So if you guys want to follow along with this, head over there to check out the photos. Okay, the next thing is highlight, and I have the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. This is the very first highlighter I ever bought. As you can see, it's pretty much completely flat. They are domed products, like Milani does, for example. Like, you see how this is domed? It used to be like that. I use this every day as a base for my powder highlights, and this is like 3 or 4 years old, so I really just would like to get through it. And you only use so little at a time. It's really hard to make progress with this kind of highlighter. And it just gives like a pretty glow. It's not anything intense. Okay, I didn't put this in the project because I really enjoy it and I never want to run out of it. But this is my first highlight palette ever, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero collaboration, and it looks like this. As you can see, like, I get my use out of this palette, and I've dipped in, like, I've made little dips, but look how pretty that is. I just never want to run out of it. I know ColourPop has, or had, I don't know if they still do, a dupe for it, but I don't know if, I've never tried powdered kind of highlights from ColourPop, and I'm just afraid the quality won't be the same. So I just use this one sparingly, very sparingly. I just kind of wanted to pull it out and show you guys my oldest highlight palette. And then I have two lipsticks. One is a bullet lipstick in the shade Butterflies from Morphe, and it looks like this. Don't think it's gonna go with that. The eye look today. And then I have a liquid catsuit from Wet n Wild in the shade Nudie Patootie. I think I'm gonna go in with this one today. That is really a lot more bare than what I thought. Yeah, that is really light, not quite dark enough. So let's see if I can find a lipstick to darken it up a little bit. Okay, I just went ahead and grabbed the Jeffree Star lipstick in the shade Daddy. Where the heck did that go? It looks kind of close. Like, you can tell this one's definitely darker. So I'm just gonna pop that on and darken it up a little bit. Speaking of Jeffree, I just ordered the Jawbreaker, well, some of the Jawbreaker collection. I didn't order everything I wanted because for whatever reason my Afterpay like wasn't working, and that kind of sucked. Because like I usually use Afterpay like whenever my boyfriend like tells me I can get makeup or new makeup or stuff like that, I'll use Afterpay. That way he's not completely shocked. Like, it just makes payments every couple weeks, and I mean, like, he's okay like with me buying the makeup. Don't like, I don't want anybody to like go and like sign up their boyfriend's debit or credit cards for Afterpay, like, just because I do it. Not that like anybody really cares what I do, but always ask, like, if you know your boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whoever is, you know, the one who makes the money, and like you want to get something, always ask. Like, it's I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm always surprised. Like, people always surprise me sometimes. Because like some people just take their, you know, significant others like money and buy whatever with it, and then they're like, oh, I bought this today. Well, I could not fathom doing that. But yeah, guys, that is what I have in this project pan kind of video, like using up my makeup and stuff like that. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If not, tell me why in the comments. Let me know what your everyday palette is in the comments, or if you're panning anything, let me know what you're panning. If you want to, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video, and I will be reviewing some of the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker collection very, very soon.